What is going on, everyone? Welcome in here to the Oregon Ducks live post-game show following the Illinois game. Hopefully, everyone got to enjoy the game. We are here to talk about this Illinois game. I made a mistake. Let me edit that really fast. But how's everyone doing tonight? Baz was at the game, so he might be jumping on later, but his connection's a little weird. So he probably will not be. But we'll see. So we're gonna go over this game a little bit, look at some of the stats. Definitely in the comments, let me know what you guys thought about this game because this just felt from the start. I mean, prediction wise, we felt pretty confident as Duck fans that this was going to be pretty much a one-sided affair. We had Sonny Verma locked on Illinois, locked on Illini, and also voice called for football contributor saying, yeah, they don't stand a chance. And that's pretty much what we saw. So we're gonna go over a bunch of stuff. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the game in the comment section as we go over the stats here. Especially again, I haven't been solo in a while doing this, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, easy win. Yeah, yeah. If I kind of felt like that, but then there's things I want to talk. Yo, yeah, yeah. I was mentioning on Twitter a lot. I was like, I think the Ducks broke the Bucks. That was oof, that was hard to watch if you were an Ohio State fan. That was tough to watch. If Nebraska had any semblance of an offense, you know. But it is what it is. So let's get into this. Oregon 38, Illinois 9, the final score. And let's look at some of these stats here for a second, if I can pull it up. There we go. I was here last week. That was the week before. He's at the game, so his connection is his signal is crap. That's why he's he's on the field right now. I guess post game. So that's the reason he's not here. Let's look into this. The only problem I have with, despite I'm going to talk about I want to talk about the bad before the positive. The bad in this is that Oregon always seems to do this in these types of games. They will get up huge on these teams they're supposed to beat, and then there will be this lull. This week it was like last week, or with Purdue, it was like second quarter, third quarter, then they put up a couple touchdowns. Today it was third and fourth quarter, just basically complete lulls on offense. I don't know why that is. I don't know if the team just kind of goes, okay, we're done, or if they do different play calling, or I know they started rotating a lot of different guys, especially on defense. I know they did, but I don't know what that is because this should have been this should have been way worse than 38-9, to be honest, way worse. But and then yes, that too from David here. Sorry, yeah, that pass, I that one was. I don't know what happened there. That was not a good pass. Not a good pass at all. Same as they had a drive stalled in the third where he had two incompletions to he tried to go to Justice Lowe. The first one wasn't necessarily a bad pass, a little informed him, but there was more good defense. But yeah, I don't know why it is when this team gets up huge, they just kind of go into this. We're done, I guess. I don't know what it is. But I can't say enough about the defense. I mean, you still held the top 20 team to 9 points and a red zone stop, like on the goal line, basically. And you got 2 takeaways. So, and shout out Sione Lalea. I'm probably totally saying that wrong, but I believe it was Sione Lalea. that interception, I believe it was in the fourth quarter, or probably late in the third, I think, actually. Maybe it was the fourth, early fourth, when he was running stride for stride and just reached out and grabbed that ball. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So shout out to the backups getting in there and getting some reps. And also, welcome back, Noah Whittington. Noah Whittington. Did anyone else notice him truck the defender before going to the end zone there before the half? I mean, if you haven't, it's all over social media. So, yeah. I guess for any of us that doubted Noah Whittington's strength or abilities, I guess we have to start rethinking that because, yeah, he showed up today in a big way. And that's the kind of thing we wanted to see from Noah Whittington. So I don't know if he's back to form or if it was just Illinois, but we're going to have to get into that. Also, it was funny. It was funny in the fourth quarter. They put out, we had Novosad in the fourth quarter, a lot of the backups, and then they had the running back in, and even the announcers were like, "Look at Harris go," and I was like, "Wait, that's Harris, is it?" It's like, "Oh no, it's Riggs." They went 5 deep on the running backs. 5 deep. They went to Riggs. Good Lord, here's some shitty camera quality.
Hey, I'm in there now. I think that's working now.
I know. Where's your
What's
headphones?
up, man? What's up, everybody?
Where's your headphones?
Man, what a day for football. 70 degrees at kickoff. What a game. We had a blast, man. Now I'm back at the tailgate area, just kind of recuperating before I walk to the car. So what do you guys think of the game, Ben? Anybody else?
That's what we're kind of going. That's what we're kind of going over right now. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said, "Where's your headphones?" You need headphones on the phone. You need headphones, dude. You gotta have headphones.
Yeah, I don't have my headphones with me. That's probably half the issue right now.
That's a lot of the issue. Now we're talking about the game right now. We're going over a bunch of the different things that went on in the game. The lull of Oregon offense when it comes to being up big against some of these teams, and then they just go into this lull for some reason, whether it's play calling, trying different things, whatever it is. For some reason, they just stop performing.
Yeah, it's like we get it big and we just decide to stop playing offense. I don't understand.
And yeah, if we're in a dogfight, then they're all in it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's definitely. All right, let's put the foot on the gas and put the game out of reach, and then just relax and let everybody play in the second half. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing where it's like, yeah, they get it big and then they're just like, screw it. I mean, I have no real complaints today about the performance of the team overall. You gave up less than 300 yards, only 9 points. You have 2 interceptions. You should have had a fumble.
Yeah, you only turned the ball over once, and that was late.
Yeah, and it was a bad pass. That was a bad pass. But.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun, enjoyable game. Our defense was just solid the whole game again. I think this team just keeps getting better defensively week after week after week. I mean, the first couple of weeks you were kind of concerned about things, but now it's like the defense just keeps getting better and better, and the offense does enough of what you need to get by. They're just not killing people. They're not blowing people out per se. Granted, 29 points is quite a bit. Hey, we beat the spread.
Yeah. Well, we were both pretty confident that they could beat the spread, but that was still kind of like will they or won't they? You know, you could have seen how, but Illinois immediately you could tell was overmatched pretty much immediately the first couple drives. You could tell they were not in a good position in this game.
They were outmatched from the gate, yeah. Oh, by the way, we're tied, bitch.
Yeah, I no, well, yeah, because you won this game. Yes, Spaz, you won the point spread in this game. I was hoping for one
38
more
to 9.
I was hoping for one more field goal. I was like, come on, give me that field goal. Didn't get it.
Yeah, I couldn't find my earbuds. I can hear pretty good, and it's more solid connection now. But
It's more the background noise on our end.
yeah, hey, I just finished. I would get on and say hey for a minute, and I'll let you finish the post game show, and I'll see you this week.
That's right.
For
Wednesday
Michigan.
night. Yeah, that's right. Wednesday night we have the Michigan week. So we will be talking Michigan come Wednesday night.
What? All right, I will holler you later this evening.
All right.
Go nuts.
Yes. That's what I was gonna say, David. I was like, yeah, it's the background noise. That's what I was like, yeah. The background noise is killing me. Yes, I can agree. The second half, a sloppy second half is good for coaching. Again, this is lull for some reason. Again, I don't know if it's just they take their, coaching or the players or a mix where they take the foot off the gas and they just go, okay. It's hard to say. This was that game I wanted to kind of see them just keep going and put up like 50 or something just to really prove a point. I mean, I think they still proved a point regardless if people watched the game entirely, that Illinois was not they were not even capable of matching Oregon. Now in the second half they made some nice adjustments. I'll give them the credit out. Defensively they made some nice adjustments, and offensively they had some nice plays, but it was they didn't have a shot after the first couple drives. I think everyone could see that if they were watching the game. And Derek Harmon, please don't do any more personal fouls, because that drive was stopped and they went down and scored that touchdown after you got the personal foul at like the 5-yard line. Don't do that. Shout out Derek Harmon though. He's a beast. Let's see, look at the stats here. I mean, pretty good. Average yards per attempt 11.2, or average yards per completion, I guess. The interception, yeah, this has got to stop though. These weird interceptions. That was a bad throw. That's a fair point too, Captain Hills. Yeah, I can agree with that too. I can agree with getting the experience, especially like in the whole fourth quarter itself. But there's still a lull where like the offense just stops, even with all the starters. It's just kind of weird. I mean, I like getting Lamar in there. I like getting again Riggs, where even the announcers thought it was Harris, and I was like Riggs. I was like, oh wow, they went real deep in that lineup to give him some experience. They are, and the announcers noted it too about Novosad coming in late instead of Moore, and they even noted the potentially saving red shirts, which again is a smart move by the coaching staff. Or do we need them later on and then we use them if we have to burn a red shirt in an emergency situation, but don't do it right off the bat kind of thing. So it's kind of a smart a smart move by the staff overall. But yeah, getting backups all the experience they can definitely is helpful. Definitely is. It's just some of these games, it feels like there's just this slowdown. That too. That too. Make a good point there. Make a good point. Receiving, yeah. Today, I don't know if I think Illinois focused so heavily on Stewart today that it opened up for everyone else. Because Stewart did not have he only had one reception. That's mind blowing to me that he only had one reception. Of course, he had Patrick Herbert get that nice. I believe it was the fourth down catch, just as low with a nice touchdown grab too. Tez Johnson, of course, just doing what Tez does. But yeah, Stewart with only one catch. That was quite surprising. I guess Illinois was really working to try to take him away. Like, just not give up the deep stuff, basically. McClellan even got one grab. I'm assuming that was very late fourth quarter. I probably walked out of the room at that point for like a moment. 300 yards passing, basically. Illinois only had 161. I mean, Oregon has still not let a team pass for 200 yards on them this year. That is a great compliment to that defensive line. And then, of course, the secondary. But the defensive line putting pressure to force a quarterback to pull it down and or make check down and or throw it away. All combination to that of credit to the defensive line. Again, we should have had a fumble here. This is a bullshit stat. We should have had a fumble. And it was recovered, but they didn't call it. How many sacks did we have? 7 TFLs, 3 sacks. Illinois only 1 sack and 1 TFL. And that sack that Illinois got, that was one of those the second time Gabriel had forever in the pocket and was just scanning the field for literally like 6-7 seconds. And finally, the protection broke down. He got sacked. And I was like, yeah, you gotta make a little bit better decision than that. But that wasn't on the O-line. That was just a good coverage sack. And then Gabriel just deciding to stand back there for so long. So the 3 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions for the defense. Pretty good. I mean, I think most teams will take that every day. Yes, that's that's what Oregon calls the I believe Oregon calls the Ohio State theory of how to beat like Ohio State is just don't let them blow the doors off you. Keep everything in front, tackle, and make them drive the field. That was kind of Illinois or Illinois. Their whole strategy today was just don't get burnt. And they only got burnt on about 2 plays, I think. They kept everything. They made Oregon actually kind of work for it a little bit today. I don't know what's going on these days right now. What is happening in football world? Is everyone enjoying football today? Hasn't been anything super crazy. I have Vanderbilt, Texas on the side right now. Oh my. I just pulled it back up. 27-24 Texas. Vanderbilt going for an onside. Oh, hello. That's true too. I kind of get that. That's why I say there's a lull sometimes. In the first half, everyone's pumped up, and then the second half, they kind of like get relaxed a little bit. Not necessarily. I'm not saying that like they lose focus, but they get a little more relaxed. But yeah, in those high pressure games, those situations, that's when they seem to perform the best, or just continuously fight. So it's kind of an interesting scenario. And again, I don't know if that's a bit of coaching the players or if it's play calling where they're just like, let's try some different things. Don't worry if it doesn't work, et cetera, et cetera. I had no idea. That's an internal thing. All I know is they show up at the start, they get the job done. And then, yeah, in those big games, though, they don't ever let up. Look at Ohio State. Look at the Boise State. Even the Idaho game, which the Idaho game, the Idaho game is, that's still a one-off. It's like, I still have no idea what happened in that game, but it is what it is. We know it's the O-line. The O-line now seems to be fixed. The D-line is great. Is there really a challenge left on Oregon's schedule? At this point, to me personally, it's still just Wisconsin. Like going on the road to Wisconsin in 3 weeks. Does anyone else have a different opinion to that? Because I just don't see I don't see a loss. I mean, you have coming up, you've literally just got at Michigan. I mean, at this point, at the beginning of the season, this was the one of two like split. Win one, lose one. I'm sorry, at Michigan, it could be an ugly game. You're still going to win 24-30 or 30-7 or 10 or whatever. Maryland is a joke at home. At Wisconsin, that's the tough one. And yes, of course. Yeah, and at Washington, or home versus Washington, rather, it's a rivalry game. We both have a bye week before that one, too. So, yeah, after Wisconsin, we have a bye week. Washington has a bye week the same weekend. Again, 2 years in a row, we both have a bye before we play. Is that not weird? I don't know. But so we know it's a rivalry game, so it's always going to be weird. But if you go into that game 11-0, you think Lanning is not going to be prepared, especially for revenge? I mean, it's not Kalen DeBoer, obviously, it's Jed Fish now, but I don't see the team dropping this game. It's a rivalry, so weird shit happens. But really, the Ohio State game was the only one you had to get over. You got over it, and then you've done pretty damn well since. It's to the point that the Michigan people aren't even having a crossover show with us to talk of the game. That's how bad it is. Calling you out, Michigan channel, right here on the Voice of College Football, calling you out. Just inviting us onto the call-in show they have on Thursday. Let them hear it. That's how scared they are of us. All right, back to my beautiful face. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else we need to say about this game. I think it went just as expected. Well, exactly. They're scared. They're like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. I mean, Dylan Gabriel, outside the interception, efficient as always. You held them to under 50% passing, under 200 yards, 2 interceptions, no passing touchdowns. I don't know what else we can say. It's an all-around team effort. Whether we say there's a lull in the offense, but the defense picked up their side of the ball, continuing to hold them down in the second half. Hey, that's how it works. It's a 3-phase game. So, hey, shout out to that was Broyles that made the 44-yard field goal. 44-yard field goal, right? I stopped writing down stats after a while. I believe it was 44 yards. So shout out to him. So and I mean that was a situation even there, taking the field goal late from Broyles. Lanning could have gone for it, but even the announcer said, "Hey, get special teams those reps in that situation. Just get them those reps so they're comfortable." I agree with that. Once in a while, you could have gotten the first down probably, but why? Yeah, to give the field goal kickers, give those guys some a chance. So I do want to remind everyone, please, if you haven't, it only takes a second. Do hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I think most people here probably are, but hit the like button. It's free. It's quick. It helps the channel. It helps the show out a lot. Any other questions from the comments or from the chat here? Yes, I kind of understand your whole point here, Captain. Is there are times I think it's just his play calling style is like he doesn't do like run pass or run pass run or pass run pass. He just doesn't do that. He's just all over the place with his play calling sometimes, where he just gets on a kind of a kick about play calling. I don't. He's a very interesting guy. I think that's what makes him so good, though, is because it keeps you off balance. You don't know what's going to come next. I mean, again, like even Ohio State, that drive we had against Ohio State, it was 3rd and 6 to go down and get the to take the lead with the field goal. 3rd and 6. Here's a pitch to James on the side. That's like a passing situation for almost every team. And he's like, "Nah, we're just going to toss, do a toss play." He's very outside the box to a degree. He's kind of like what Chip Kelly used to be, just not up tempo, as much up tempo. Like blur offense in a way like that. He's just kind of outside the box. He just doesn't follow one formula, but he does get away from things that are working sometimes. That's kind of annoying. I don't know sometimes if it's for stats, like last year with Bo, making sure he got the completion percentage, making sure record, and touchdown and, stuff like that. I don't know if some of it's that reason, but yeah, it is what it is. They just got to keep going. That's the whole point. Yeah, I think it is literally just to keep people off their toes. Like they just don't know what's coming next. But again, it is confusing and can be detrimental, like and alarming to fans sometimes. We're just like, dude, why are we doing this? There are reasons, and obviously Lanning trusts him, and Lanning has not made any bad decisions this year. I mean, if you want to say anything, he's gone for it in some risky situations, gotten some, haven't gotten some. Nothing's burned us this year. Maybe that's why. Don't know, but he has been much. I'd say more conservative this year in risky situations. So again, credit benefit, I think, of the coaching staff coming together also and talking about things and going, hey, let's not make these same mistakes again. So, but yeah, as to this game, I mean, it was a snoozer by halftime. I mean, it was what was it, 35 to? It was literally 35-3 at halftime. It was a snoozer. I almost wanted to take a nap. So if there's nothing else from the chat, I don't think there's a whole lot else to say about this one tonight. Spaz was enjoying the game. Hopefully you guys got to enjoy the game. But I do have to let you guys know, please do make sure join us on Wednesdays. This Wednesday, especially, we should have a guest on to discuss the Michigan game and some recruiting outlook potentially for the Oregon program as we look ahead at the on the road in Michigan, take on the Wolverines. Thursday night, we will also potentially be on the Wolverine call-in show with the Michigan guys to talk about that game. So please definitely go over there and check them out as well. Learn everything about Michigan. Obviously, the game doesn't seem as daunting as it did before, but it's still a big game. It's a road game. Got to win these ones. So other than that, what I will say is, everyone, appreciate you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the game. enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy college football for the rest of the day. It's still early, so there's a lot more football to play. And we'll see you guys Wednesday night for the Oregon Ducks weekly live show. Have a good one, everyone. Quack.